Hey guys, how you doing everybody? Well, I had another moment. Thought I hit the record button, and I set the camera up. I thought I hit the record button, started going through a whole video process, and it was just one fail swoop. So all I did is I started recording and going through the process and showing you guys things. It's coming back here to wrap up the video, and it's not recording. One of these days, right? One of these days I'm going to buck under and be able to get a camera where I can actually see the screen. As I'm looking at you guys right now, I can't see the screen and what it's recording. It's recording me now. So, yeah, I can't see the screen. So if a battery, if it shuts down, if I didn't hit the record button well enough, I don't see it. And I thought I was very diligent in checking that time, and I guess I wasn't, or something else happened. And so I did this entire Mail Call Monday episode. Oh boy. But I thought, well, instead of just scrapping it, I'd show you what I was recording, or what I thought I was recording, and show you what was sent in the boxes, even though everything's been... I just put all the tops here, and this is what was sent to me. Well, this was sent to me by Roger. Roger sent me a bunch of wood, and it was really cool because the letter says that it was maple, and it's different types. Now, I guess maybe the bad thing is this wood here is quite wet, as I was explaining a short while ago. This wood, even though it has a really nice color, if you guys can see it, that's why this the shop light here is on. This color is just beautiful with this pink, the pink and tans and the browns that are swirling together right in here. But these lines here are actually cracks. These are actually cracks of the wood, just like this is here. So, and it was sent wet, and I don't know if it was packaged before, but you can see there's some molds on it, or if it was sitting in a wood pile or someplace on the side. But so I'm going to leave it here in the shop to dry some of it off, is what I was trying to explain to you guys in the last video. But it was really neat to see some of the, you see this big fleck going across here. That's not going to help me. You can see it here on the end. So what's good is, you know, I could get something out of this. I can get something out of this piece right here. This little section right here. This will probably get tossed. This I'll be able to keep. This is kind of nice because look at these, again, the lines. The lines on this, the character that it helps build. So it's really nice. You get the pinks and like a yellows and roses and everything, like this one too. So, and then he'd sent some burl, and this is what it looked like here. This is the outside of the burl maple. And I went ahead and ran it off the bandsaw, and that's when I was coming back and realized I hadn't recorded. So that was the piece I just cut off here. So this is what it looked like prior to me cutting it, and then I took it off, and wanted to show you guys this, and hopefully you can see it, how the swirl pattern is starting to kick in. And that's why I was trying to bring the light, and I'm not sure what's going to show the best. Bandsaw leaves some distracting lines in the wood, but it's really neat, you know, and hopefully it'll come through. Especially this here. This has got a really, I call it smoke. When you start seeing the burl develop, it looks like swirls of smoke. And that's what this is here. And it's really sharp looking. Varying degrees of grain and such. But I'm hoping that I can cut some of this up and it can dry. I might cut it in blocks and then put it in the oven and slow dry it, and somehow get it to slowly dry, so this way I can throw it in the vacuum chamber and see if I can stabilize some of this. But it's really hard versus some of the other burl I've had in the past is almost kind of punky in a way, where you could tell it was really soft and it could absorb. So that was really nice. And then there was this one here, and again, this is what he sent me. Looked like this. See if I can pull it out with one hand. There we go. So that's what it looks like here. That's pretty darn neat. That is pretty cool. And again, I took it off on a bandsaw, and rip that down. And again, this has a nice little swirl, and hopefully it'll come through. You can, hopefully if I move this around, you guys will see the varying pattern in it, but really tight grains in here. But the swirl pattern, it's like a curl almost right here, and that's what it reminds me of. This, it's kind of like a curl, how it's been slowly forming this burl. And then this almost looks like it was starting to get a spalt to it, but this is very hard, and it leads me to believe that this was a version of some type of spalt. And you can see how it comes in here. It comes these darker shades, and then you can see how it gets created here. Now maybe in another 10-15 years this would have been a lot punkier, and this would be a lot more of a spalt. These bacterias would have been able to get in here like they are here, and would have been able to swirl inside this. And that would have been pretty interesting, I think. But yeah, this is some pretty nice wood. This would actually be really good for maybe doing on the lathe when I do stuff with the kids. We could do something with this perhaps, and make like a bowl or something, or I don't know, some type of decoration of some sorts. Yeah, so again, thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. Sorry guys, the video didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to turn out. I went through it and cut it and everything, but you guys can see what it was like. And I didn't ask for any of this stuff; it was just sent to me. He just sent it to me by the kindness of his own heart, so I appreciate it. That was pretty nice. You know, I can't. I don't think I've ever turned down wood, as my wife might argue. My wood collection's starting to get pretty big. I got boxes of stuff down here that was sent to me. Before I started doing Mail Call Monday, I already got that stuff opened up and done. And I got some red elm over there, whole bunch of different types of maples and stuff like that, and black walnuts. But yeah, so now I thought maybe I'd start doing a series called Mail Call Monday, and it might be, you know, 1 video a month or maybe 2 videos a month, depending on what we have to get. But I thought I'd bring you along with it. And then I thought, you know, by doing Mail Call Monday, what that would do is that would lead into another video series. Maybe if it's like the product, like the Kenetrek Boot Wax, which, by the way, I did use some of that stuff on a pair of loafers I had. And I didn't take a video. I was kind of in a hurry when I was doing it. And I thought, hey, let me get that wax real quick. So I cleaned up a couple of pair of brown leather shoes and started wiping them down with the boot brush. And then I did the Kenetrek's Boot Wax. So I'll throw pictures in here so you guys can see what that looked like. But yeah, it worked pretty good. And so far they're nice. I've been wearing them a little bit more, and they're a really nice, comfortable slip-on shoe. And it was the last pair. They don't make them anymore. So I was just wearing them around the house. But I cleaned them up and I took them out to church and everything, and I wore them. They're really nice and comfortable. So hopefully Mail Call Mondays may lead into some reviews of you know, gear or something like that. And I thought that'd be a pretty cool series to start. So anyhow, take care, guys. You have a good one. I do appreciate your patience, your understanding of my growing channel, and the pains and anguishes that I have to deal with from time to time when it comes to my camera abilities. But until the next one, y'all take care. Remember, like, share, subscribe. All that stuff helps me stay at the bottom of the... Stay out of... Remember, guys. Oh, it's just one of those days, I guess, huh? So, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Remember, like, share, subscribe. It keeps me from the bottom of the YouTube bucket. Until the next video, have a good one. Bye.